This hurts. Hello everyone and welcome to another video, and today we are going to be covering one of the most essential things that you as a runner should be doing to improve, and that is speed work. Ladies and gentlemen, it is the devil, it is the enemy, it is brutal, it is horrible, and especially when it is -1 degrees in Bonnie, Scotland. So welcome to episode number 8. Because it is so cold, I thought I would talk about doing these things when it would be nicer to do them inside on a treadmill, but rather do them outside, feel the cold in your fingers, because I forgot my gloves, and then just crack on, get through it, get home, get warm. You fought through some adversity and you are better off for it. So if you haven't seen the previous 7 episodes of the wintering, please do go back and do so. That could be a premiere add-on, I think. That was so dramatic. But if you haven't seen those episodes, please do go back and do so. There is a playlist you can tap into as well. But today we are going to be running around my 4x800 session as I start to work in some more speed work again. Brief for me today is 4x800 with, 1k warm-up, 4x800 with equal rest between sets. So basically, however long an 800 meters takes me, I rest that long before I go into the next one. And then a 10x50 meters with equal rest between sets, and then a 1 kilometer cool down. So I'm just gonna get straight to work, and then I'm gonna run you through things as we go, how you can implement this sort of training into your programming, why it's important, and a few sessions that you can take away to program through over the next period of time to improve your running. As after all, that is why we are all here. But before I head off my first of 4 800 meter repeat, please, if you wouldn't mind, just a couple things to request from you. It is quite cold, so if you wouldn't mind hitting the subscribe button to warm up my hands. Oh wow, I can feel them getting warmer. Thank you very much. Anyway, if you haven't already, please do like the video and please do comment down below. If you've got any speed sessions that you really do enjoy, please stick them in the comments. If there are any things that you think I've missed, please stick them in the comments. But other than that, I do hope you enjoyed the video, and welcome to episode number 8 of the wintering. Before we head off, I thought I'd actually give you a quick tip for those of you that use Garmin. So before you head on to run, once you are in there and everything's loading up, GPS, heart rate, etc., hold down the menu button. If you go into training, you've then got intervals, and you can preset your intervals to whatever you need them to be. So I've already got them ready to go, so 4x800 meters with 3 minutes rest, because that's roughly what I expect today to take, like an RPE8. So you can edit them here. Interval, you can change that. Rest period, you can change that. And however many times you repeat, with the option for a warm-up and a cool-down beforehand. So little tip there before we head off into the first of those said aforementioned 800 meters. But for those of you using Garmin, there is a little trick that you might not have known. And if you did, well, there's 45 seconds of your life you're not getting back. Okay, so 3 minutes rest for me today between sets. Rep 1 for me was 2:36. So aim for today is between like RP8, RP9, something around there. When I'm doing sort of max effort speed work, I tend not to work off lactate threshold pacings and heart rate zones as I would do with tempo or threshold work. I'll do a video on that very soon, don't worry. But rather just go off effort, because a heart rate strap sinking, heart rate coming up, sinking all here. It's hard to base it off that. So try and perceive effort and refine this over time and just go all out effort if you can. And then you'll start to really feel what you got for a 400, what you got for an 800, what you got for a 1200. And then over time you'll be able to piece that together for races. Rep number 1 done. I've got 1 minute and 45 seconds left before number 2, and I am gasping for air, so I'm going to let my heart rate settle before I see you for rep number 2 right there. Okay, so rep number 2 is 2:38, which is about 3:14 minute K pace. Real aim for me today was just to start to get used to the 800 meter range, so anything under 6 minute mile pace, 3 minute per 800 pace, I'd be happy with, but moving well at sort of 2:35 to 2:40 range, so I'm going to try and hang on there. As I mentioned before, it's -1 degrees at the moment, forgot my gloves. I'd rather be indoors. Getting out the front door this morning was properly tough, but beautiful, crisp morning. Some colours coming through in the sky, so it's a really, really good start to the day, which is really what all this wintering series has been about. So not many episodes left now, probably concluding it early March, mid-March. So do let me know in the comments if you enjoyed it, and please do go back and watch them if you haven't already. You might have noticed head to toe Gymshark speed range, which is their running focused range, expertly and seductively demonstrated for you, might I add. So if you do want to copy yourself Sam Brav, then go to the link in the description down below. Using my link does me a real solid, and I would appreciate it forever. So, rep number 3. Politely, I'm pretty gassed from rep number 3, so why don't we reconvene after rep number 4 when I'm done. Okay, rep number 3 and rep number 4 were both 2:48, which is all right, but a bit of a drop off in terms of pace, which just goes to show that right now I'm not all that conditioned to maintaining that pace over volume. So 4x800 was a great place to start. I've got 10x50 meters to just focus on some strides and gait efficiency, and then we'll do a bit of a debrief and a bit of a chat back at the car. But really, today I'm just really building volume, and this is just grunt work. Speed work is grunt work, and there's no point overcomplicating it. A lot of people try and dress up this as the new thing or that as the new thing. This is just doing the basics well, focusing on the right rest periods, the right intensity, acknowledging the data you get from the sessions, and then taking those lessons and moving them forwards into your programming as you go on. So I'm going to get on my strides, I'm going to get my breath back, I'm going to see you back at the car so we can talk through a few sessions you can get up to and a few more things to consider. Okay, so I have reclaimed my ability to breathe, which is always nice. You should try and do that if you are in the same boat as I was before. But just a bit of a debrief there. 4x800 as I'm just easing my way back into some speed work, all feeling remarkably solid, which is nice. My hands are purple and useless, which is a bit of a downside, but win some, lose some. So I thought I'd just give you a bit of a brief on how you can approach speed work in general terms. So what we do with a lot of the clients that we bring on board with Omnia to start with is just help refine their perception of top end effort, understand pacing, understand what heart rate that outputs, understand what the pace feels like, and then really refine that over time. So a good place for you to start to implement some speed work as you go is, let's say, across 4 weeks. 4 weeks, we can go 5 weeks, in fact. We can go mile test or 1 kilometer time trial, something like that. Basically a time trial with a distance that you want to focus on. And then we can go 3x1200 meters with equal rest between sets. Following week, 4x800 meters with equal rest between sets. Following week, 6x400 meters with equal rest between sets. Following week, 8x200 meters with equal rest between sets. And then that way you're working across the spectrum of pace. You're getting a good feeling for what is actually really quite hard, because as I said, this is just graft, grunt work, hard work, and that is why we are all here, to figure out how we can do more of that. So once you've gone through that full range, you will adapt really quite quickly because your gait efficiency will improve. You'll just learn to feel that pace, and then if you want to retest straight away, you probably can, but bear in mind you will be under considerable fatigue, so your fitness might be masked somewhat by that fatigue. Or you can deload, retest, or you can run through that again with increased volume, with shorter rest periods, however you want to do it. If you do want some refined and sort of specific protocols for this, then please do head to Omnia's website, top link in the description, where Johnny and I have come up with a whole range of hybrid training programs that you can get involved in if you would like to do so. And aside from that, working in speed work is great for anyone from ultra endurance athletes to sort of mile time trialers, because it really improves your gait efficiency, perception of pace, and just gets you in that real top end zone 5A, B and C, where the real hard work is done. And as I've mentioned already, doing it in the cold, doing it in suboptimal, uncomfortable conditions means that you're in for a real good battle with yourself, which is great psychologically, it's great physically, and will set you up really quite nicely for your day, or a nice way to round out the day, however you want to look at it. So if you do have any more questions on all of that, please do drop a comment down below and I will do my best to get back to you. Other than that, that is pretty much all that I'm going to cover in today's video, as I don't want to ramble on too much and give too much away. But that is my session. I have a lower body session later this evening. Normally I do them the other way around, but the way the morning was unfolded, I just wanted to get outside. So lower body session for me later on today, focused on squats. And for you guys, whatever you want. Let's see. Let me know what your training is looking like in the comments down below. Let me know what content you want to see more of. Please don't forget to like, comment and subscribe down below, and I will see you all next time.